Yo, I'm a baddie daddy in the gym on the live. Pushing heavy weights, man, makes me feel alive. Get home from a long day at work just to see the smile on the kids as they go berserk. Can't wait to catch a cold one with the bro. Shooting the shit and prepping for the show. Counting down the days for the weekend just to get no sleep and then do it all again.
Batty Daddy, what episode is this?
15.
I don't know, dude. This is like 17 or 18. Let's go. Batty Daddy,
Daddy.
welcome.
Hi, guys. How you doing? Thanks
This
for
is
having me.
Parker McCullum, the knockoff Dollar General store Parker McCullum.
The scene version.
Happy to be here.
No, this is my buddy Parker. I'm gonna put you on the spot here. So just for being on the podcast, you get a hat.
Good.
So you got to pick your hat out now.
My batty daddy hat, right?
Yeah. It's a hard choice, man.
I gotta go black and black. I gotta go black and black.
That was Taylor's design
shit.
right there. So
Looks good. I have to wear it right now.
No pressure, man. No pressure,
no.
man. You don't have to wear it.
I'm official, baby. How do I look?
they,
I make anything look.
those are model.
Kind of spicy, huh?
I make anything look good.
Yeah, I like the black on black though.
It looks sick.
You get a smaller head than I thought you did.
That was my second choice.
You got a small ass head.
What are you talking about?
Let me see the back. Let me see what strap you're on.
It's pretty fucking loose, guy.
Yeah, I know.
What
You
strap are you on?
dude.
Oh, his hat's fight for life.
Oh, you got a dome. You have a
That's what I'm saying,
He's
man.
got more back here.
Kevin Minch dome.
Yeah, it's a problem, brother. I see hats and I'm like, that's what I was telling Kevin. Like, I judge hats by if I can get you on the back too, I know it's a good hat.
Yeah.
Man, for
Well,
big
if your
heads.
hair stopped running away from your forehead and going to the back, you'd probably look all right. It'd probably fit better.
What are you
Just
saying?
saying.
What are you saying?
I'm just saying. It looks like your hairline's scared of your face a little bit.
We're going to Turkey, man.
Dude, Zach Bryan did it. I can do it, right?
Oh, really? He did?
You haven't seen the pictures?
No, I don't follow him on Instagram, brother.
Dude,
What do you do?
Zach Bryan's hair is just rejuvenated.
Nice.
Yeah, he's got his hair back. And if he can do it, we can do it. Parker, you got a great set of hair. Let me see it.
I mean, it's just natural flow. No plugs.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was born like this.
I'm jealous.
That's it's one of those things. Growing up, I was never afraid of losing my hair, but as I got older, and my wife pointed out to me like 5 or 6 years ago, we were drinking, got home, brushed my teeth, and she goes, "You're losing your hair, huh?" I looked in the mirror, and it was just like downhill from there.
She's not a liar.
Yeah, I know, but like, it's just like you point out a flaw and you immediately notice it, but you never noticed it before.
Yeah.
You're like, what the hell am I going to do from this point on?
That's how I felt about I don't mind having gray hair, right? But don't just grow right here. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather have salt and pepper all around the beard, but I just get patches right here by my jaw.
But what is he complaining about? About growing a beard and having gray hair?
Right.
I can't even grow a beard.
I'm not complaining about a beard and gray hair. I'm complaining about just having one patch of gray right here. It's where I feel like I have to shave it all.
Hey, man, a tiger's got to earn his stripes. Those are your stripes.
So would you ever consider coloring your beard in or your hair or anything?
People have asked me that, and I'm like, no, I'll just let it go white. I don't care.
Yeah,
Or I'll shave it.
I mean, brother. Just for men?
Man.
Do you color it?
I'm a model for Just for Men. You know what I mean? They're like, they bring me in like, you got gray hair like this guy? Fill us in. Yeah, it's a problem, man.
You're the before picture?
Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah. But no, glad to have you on here, brother. Just a little backstory here. We don't go too far back.
But do you think we connected like that?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Why?
I do too.
All right, I'm gonna ask you this. I'll put you on the spot. Why is that?
I was telling him because I feel like I talked shit to you, and you thought it was funny, and you talked shit back, and I thought it was funny, and it was like, all
So,
right,
With
this is my
Taylor,
guy.
That goes one or two ways, brother. It's either good or it's bad.
Oh,
And you got him on a good day.
later that night, we saw some people singing karaoke that Taylor did not think was very good at karaoke. Oh, yep.
Yeah, that was a. I did confine myself. You know, I walked away. Yeah, yeah, I did.
With three guys pushing you back or what?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was. Yeah, I didn't even think what I said was offensive, but understandable, like taking myself out of the situation, I understand why like, that guy was mad at me.
You didn't say anything derogatory towards him other than you guys suck.
What?
Get off the stage.
These boys are having, a boys' night on, and I wasn't there, so I'm just assuming, just from what I've heard. And they're on stage and they're doing karaoke, and you're hating on them. Come on,
Well, no,
guys.
I'm not in the car. I'm not in the crowd. Like, yeah, you suck. Get off the stage.
No, he walked up to the stage and said it. What are you talking
No, no,
Yes, you did. You walked right up to the stage. Right when their song was done, you pointed both of them out and said, you guys suck.
No,
Yeah.
no, no. I was sitting there and they're like, y'all want me to sing another one? And I said, no, you suck. And then his buddies got mad about it. And I asked him, well, is he good? And they said, no. I said, so why is what I'm saying wrong?
You being the buddies, you felt the same way. Someone calling your boys.
If someone said you sucked, I'm like, hell yeah, he sucked. Let's let him sing. I'm like, let's let him sing another
You're
one.
right. You're right.
Yeah.
That shit was
Like,
funny.
Yeah, let's see this play out. But no, we
We had a great time.
yeah, we were in the car
shot
for
about
12 hours together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we went golfing. You shot about a 122.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not better.
First off, it was a scramble, so nobody kept score. All right. And if you're saying I shot a 122,
The first half was a
you're
scramble.
confusing us with the guy that we were carded with.
He was
Yeah.
bad too.
A random?
No, he was a friend, but
He was a part of the party
it's
too.
probably his first time playing golf, I would say.
There's no doubt that I was the best player in our group.
So, what do you shoot? If you go play a round right now, what do you shoot?
Like 80 to 85, probably. Yeah. Sicily. That'd be good.
Did you play in high school or
Mm.
just been a hobby after?
Yeah, my brother and my dad play a lot, so I go out there with them and play. But
The problem
I
is
feel like the older you get, the more you want to golf, you know? So,
Snap.
yeah.
the problem with Parker is he downplayed his golf ability. So we paired up. I thought me and him were gonna be pretty close.
I downplayed my golf ability because I knew who we were going out there with. Did we ride the cart together? Was that me and you? Yeah. We got covered in mosquitoes, dude, head to toe.
It was Port Aransas.
I had a ball in the front, like right on the edge of the tall grass. I could see my ball. I swiped my club out there to try to knock it out a little bit.
Yes.
I was covered head to toe in mosquitoes, dude. I was like, nah, fuck this, I'm done.
Yeah.
Did you quit after 9? You stopped playing it. No, you played the whole 18, didn't you?
Yeah, I played the whole 18.
Somebody in our group, the other dude was like, we're gonna do this again. And fucking-
Yeah, this
Played
is me
9
and
more.
Marcus. Yeah. God bless him, man.
but
He tripped it out. He was hitting a friend of ours Pro V1s, and every drive was Shankopotamus. Hey man, can I have another ball? And Marcus ran out of balls. Like they had to go find balls because he's hitting Pro V1s and just tanking them. But that being said, that's our backstory. Met going to a bachelor party. Immediately, I jived with him. I don't know why, because I'm a big guy on like aura, and like energy, and I never got like a bad energy or bad aura from you. I think like you're just a down to earth guy, very funny. I care for you,
I appreciate that. That's probably the gayest thing you've ever said to me.
100%. I'm gay like that. I get deep, brother. I get deep,
and I mean, that's not a very woke thing of me to say in this day and age.
Hey, edit that.
Yeah, cut it.
But no, man, I was you are maybe the most authentic, autistic.
Start over. Try again. Try again.
I know.
Edit that out.
Authentic. Don't keep that in. Authentic. Gosh, damn it.
Authentic. Authentic. Say it with me.
Authentic. What am I trying to say? Authentic. Authentic. Funny guy I've ever been around. Like your delivery of things is just the best one lines I've ever heard. So
Name one.
Hey.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
So we were driving up. I heard him say like hey like 50 times. We're like,
Oh,
hey. He saw hey. He was like, hey. It was just
it's the funniest joke you could say on a road trip is when you're driving that far and you see like a bunch of bales of hay, just go, hey.
yeah, that's what he was doing the whole ride. And I'm in the back seat and I'm just cracking up. Even after the 50th time, I'm like, gosh damn, this guy doesn't give me. So yeah, man.
That's 12 hours straight of just haze
Yeah.
nonstop.
Yeah. And then the drive there was just a shenanigan. Like, you know, we
We don't promote drinking and driving, but
were drinking and riding.
yeah.
Yeah. And it was a good time, man. It was a good ride.
Yeah,
And then-
because I felt like the how they matched up the personalities in each truck, they fucking nailed ours. Like we had a great
And
time.
you know, Adam had everything to do with this. Like, man,
Oh,
we got to
yeah.
put Taylor in here.
Yeah.
I put Parker in here. And Marcus is just down for the ride.
Mhm.
He's just an
He's
old
sneaky
dog.
funny too.
Oh, dude.
And can sing.
And can sing. Yeah, man. That was a great bachelor party because going into that bachelor party, I had a lot of anxiety because I'm so used to being like the alpha. And so I get very like weird around people like that. But then I realized like I'm around like 9 other alphas that are way more extreme than I am. Oh, okay, I can sit back and
Yeah,
know.
just chill out.
just let the will have it, you know, like it is what it is.
Yeah. And we are not small people, but we were probably the smallest in our group. Those guys are huge.
Yeah, he was for sure. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Plays 4 preseason games in the NFL.
All right, so no, this is a good transition here. So with Batty Daddy, we promote a little bit of fitness, a little bit. And so are you actively in the gym? Like, what does that look like?
Yeah, I mean, off and on, I guess you could say. Life kind of happens from time to time, but I mainly focus on my diet. That's the main thing.
That's the
Yeah.
hardest part.
Yeah. Tried everything. Like I'm intermittent fasting right now, which I probably shouldn't be drinking this, but
That's right.
fuck it.
So is that like 12 hours of nothing and then like
yeah, I go
4 hours
from
of-
like 8 p.m. I'll start fasting and then I won't eat until noon.
Yeah.
And then I've started to try to go, get a salad or something. Most of the time I fucking break that
Yeah.
and grill some chicken I've done a lot of cooking at home, which has helped a lot. Like I haven't eaten fast food in probably a month,
Oh wow.
which is the biggest thing. And like sodas and stuff like that. I can tell my energy levels have changed after stop eating fast food, stop drinking soda all the time,
Yeah.
just trying to stick with water and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Have you thought about like carnivore? Have you gone down that road at all?
I've thought about it, but I feel like that shit's expensive. Like,
Yeah.
It is expensive, but
getting
like
that-
dieting, the carnivore diet, if I'm going to diet, the carnivore diet would be the diet, right? Because it's
Yeah.
steak, bacon, eggs, butter,
Yeah.
cheese. It's everything that
My-
you're like, dude, I love that stuff.
My biggest vice with anything that I do is bread, dude. Like, everything's better with bread with it, But I've tried to cut bread out completely. It's tough, but I'm going I don't know, a week or so, maybe a little over a week of cutting out the carbs.
So I mean, that's good because
Other than this,
Taylor says, I don't intentionally have these goals and I don't intentionally go work out or I don't intentionally cut out alcohol because he doesn't want to, right? So what is your goal with that? Like you have a
I want to get to a point where I can do all that stuff. mainly I try to start these diets and start doing all these things and prepping my meals and cooking for myself to where I get to a point where I go work out and I can go and do it consistently, right? Because I'm the first one to say I'll go to the gym for like 3 or 4 days and then I don't go one time and I'm like, God, I feel so much better just sleep in, and then just stop working out. And then I'm back to the same shit I've been doing. But like I want to develop a habit to where I can drink beer or not constantly, but when I want to, or eat bread and stuff like that and still have the workout regimen to where I can burn that shit off if I want to,
So,
It's developing habits is what I'm trying to do right now.
so the habit, do you think like the habit of eating or the habit of working out is harder?
The habit of
Like maintaining like a
no, I
consistent workout regimen versus like cutting out like what you're eating.
would, dude, both really, like, because I try to go work out in the morning so that I can have my time with my kids during the day and not have to take any time away from them to go work on me. But it's so easy to sleep in. It's tough to wake up and go work out. To me, like, there's probably people out there that are like, pussy, whatever. But for me, that's how it is. But also, like, those cravings hit, like, you want to go to DQ and get a Blizzard or something. Like, you have that sweet tooth and you want to go get something, and it's tough to. I mean, I think both things are tough.
Do you eat candy?
I mean, yeah, I eat candy. I
Like,
don't
do
eat
you
chocolate.
go out of your way to like buy candy?
No.
What? Me? I don't.
Is that what
Because
you
you're
do?
the only. He's the only person I've
If
ever.
there's candy around, I'm fucking snacking. But I'm not going to the gas station just to buy candy.
He's the only guy I know that will go out of his way to like go and buy candy.
Yeah. You're
Yeah,
like, I
true or
need
false?
candy.
That is it's not ice cream. It's not brownies. My sweet tooth is candy. It's sour candy. It's, Sour Punch, Sour Patch, Sour Skittles, whatever the case may be. Yeah.
You're a sour guy, huh?
Yeah, I'm a sour guy.
I hear you. I hear you. There was a time in my life where I was addicted to those nerd cluster things, the little.
He says they're like the best candy ever.
They're the
Yeah.
best candy.
Yeah.
If
They
I go get candy, that's what I'm getting.
It's a crunch and chewy and it's quick.
Yeah.
They're crazy. They're crazy.
And pause. You suck on a little bit. Tastes really good. I said pause before I said it. Edit that out. Cut it. Cut it.
So then kids. So how many kids you got? What's their age?
I got two. I got two sons. One's 6 and one just turned 3.
Okay. So
Yeah.
in the same
Yeah.
realm of us.
So Lee and Kyler are the same age.
Yeah.
And how old is Dean?
He's 2.
He just turned 2, right?
He's like 2 and 3 months. 2 and 3
Yeah.
months.
So around those same ages. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I've got a 6, 4, and a 2. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your challenge right now with 2 boys, 6 and 2? What's
Dude, okay. Just recently, it's the sharing shit at the house. It is like, if my youngest kid goes and grabs a toy, all of a sudden my 6-year-old wants to go grab that same toy,
Oh yeah.
and it's just nonstop, like, mine.
Yeah.
Do
You're like, shut up.
do you let them just deck it out like ever? Like, dude, just
Sometimes
someone's gonna win here.
no, I wouldn't say that. I let it. I see how far it's gonna go, and I won't let my oldest son bully my youngest son. But if my youngest son's in the wrong, right, I'll say, go take it from him, like, But no, I try not to let him bully it. That's for the older ages.
Kevin's
So,
got a
like,
Gladiator House over here, man.
Yeah, you let him fight it out.
Yeah, first one attack.
Yeah. Hey. Cheers to that.
But mine's a girl, the oldest, then a boy, and then a girl. So
So you let your boy get his ass whooped a couple times by a girl?
he's gonna say he's 4.5, so he's getting to that point where he's kind of handling his own right now.
Yeah. But that's probably the biggest struggle with kids that age is just the sharing aspect of it and trying to compete for attention. You know, one of them's watch me do this, the other one's watch me do this, you know. So, but no, they're for the most part, like other than those little times, man, this age is fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. It's also funny too to watch, like, you say they're always watching you,
Yeah.
and then like they'll pick up on your habits and then call you out on it, and you're like, whoa. How'd you know I need a beer?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Go get me a beer.
We call it daddy water at the house. Like every now and then, Kyler, my oldest, will come up. You want a daddy water? I'm like, no.
Okay, maybe
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. Lee will ask me, what are these, Dad? What are these? I'm like, they're peppermints, Bubba. Go give me a peppermint. Just give me a peppermint.
That's
Usually
tricky
one
though, because one day they're gonna want a peppermint of their own. But I just call them daddy treats, daddy water and daddy treats. That's what I call them. But
Sports? Are they involved in sports yet?
yeah,
What you got
yeah.
going?
So my oldest is playing baseball and soccer right now. He played flag football, tried to get on his
Yeah.
team, but for some reason the league didn't let it happen.
Yeah. He didn't make the cut.
I
No,
guess
I'm messing with
he's
you.
not worthy of a expatriate, you know. But even though he only had like 3 kids on the team,
No, I don't understand that. I even emailed the guy. I was like, hey, why isn't he on our team? Oh, we got to spread it out. I'm like, all right. We only had like 6 or 7 players a game.
yeah,
Yeah.
and we had like 9.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
But yeah, so he just started soccer for the first time. He's played baseball a couple seasons and he likes it, but I hate soccer, but I think that's going to be a sport. He's
Really?
pretty good at it. Well, you've seen him play football. He's pretty quick.
Yeah, he
Like,
is fast.
He's quick up and down the field, and I think soccer he didn't want to come out of the game, and baseball he's like, yeah, whatever, you know.
Well, so that's a good. Did you play baseball?
Yeah.
Let's hear the stats, brother. Flex a little bit here.
My stats, I wasn't
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah, but you played high school. You played collegiate.
Mm-hmm.
That's better than most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I had like 6 walks in a year, which is I hold
So
the
you were a
record
pitcher.
for least amount of walks in a season. Huh?
So you were a pitcher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. The
Wow.
slowest throwing closer in the conference, dude. But I got the job done.
That's what's funny is like when I met Parker, it's around Adam, and all these guys played baseball. All of them. I would say like 70% of them. Like listen to them talk about baseball and the work involved with it, and like I never had respect for baseball. Like I just
You thought it was boring? No. This is Batty Daddy Unfiltered. Is it boring?
nobody's listening. I
Yeah.
thought baseball's for pussies, bro.
Oh, is that what you thought?
Yeah, 100%. I just saw baseball and I was like, man, these are just a bunch of prima donnas out here talking about their wrists hurting and their arms hurt and all that. And, you know, there's nothing like really to it. You got it or you don't. Obviously, the older I got, I gained more respect for it. But then the work that you have to put into it to just get to that level is where I'm like, okay, I get it. And it makes sense. Like, I just thought, you got hand-eye coordination. You're strong. You can play baseball.
Yeah. I mean, have you seen a baseball player throw a football? Have you seen a football player throw a baseball?
Yeah.
We're the real athletes.
I mean,
Just saying.
dude, I can throw a 90-mile-an-hour fastball right now for sure.
Oh my God, that's about as true as you having a full head of hair.
Yeah. Well, that's not
Not
funny.
even a chuckle.
No.
Not even a chuckle from anybody. Okay. There goes those one-liners. You
Hey,
up.
hey, man, that's why we got the hats on, man. That's why we sell hats first, dude. We gotta look
Yeah.
out for the brethren, man. But no, I listened to them, and then Lee played his first season of baseball, and Lee's pretty good at baseball. Now, obviously, I'm biased.
Was it through the same organization as the
No, it
flag
was
football?
like the
Yeah.
real deal baseball league.
Mm-hmm.
I've never thrown a baseball with him, never practiced on hitting. And after the first practice, I was like, yeah, we got to work at this.
He's
And
pretty
then-
good.
I was throwing the ball, like working on grounders and stuff like that. And it opened my eyes. And again gave me a new appreciation for the sport because I don't remember my dad throwing a baseball with me.
Yeah.
And it's like a just a foundation in American history, like picking up a mitt, grabbing a baseball, throwing it with your dad.
Mhm.
Like easy as pie, but also like very sacred. You know what I mean? Like it's just a cool thing to do.
And I'll say up until this last year, like probably in this past year, you know, baseball has always been just like, you know, go out there, try your best. In this past year, I've actually been able to play catch with my kid.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is what people talk about. Like, this is awesome. It almost
Yeah.
brought a tear to my eye.
Yeah.
You know, I finally got to play catch with my kid
Yeah.
where he's not like just getting out of the way of the ball. He's actually
Yeah.
catching it and throwing it back.
Yeah.
And it is an awesome feeling.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really cool, man. I threw a couple balls at my son and I was teaching him to, you know, put the glove, you know, track the ball. Doned him 3 times. He wouldn't put a batter's helmet on. We're playing catch in the front yard.
Yeah.
Go learn.
He did. And the best thing about like watching him play baseball is like I saw his work ethic and like his determination because he wasn't good at first,
Mm-hmm.
but at the end of the season, he was starting second baseman, leadoff hitter because he would hit every ball, would just hit it.
Yeah.
Like just
Were
could
you
hit
the coach?
ball. I was a filling coach.
So that's why he was batting leadoff playing.
He didn't make he didn't make the cut for a coach.
Yeah. I applied to be a coach and didn't make the cut. And there's 4 other coaches, but then like I wasn't like sitting there on the sideline.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you, it takes a special type of patience to deal with that age.
Yeah.
So
Six,
this is a
dude.
good question. So like the experience that you have playing baseball at that level, right?
Mhm.
Do you feel like that you should be on that field coaching your son to play the sport, or are you kind of in the back seat, you know, in the stands, feeling okay
I'll
with what's
coach-
going on out there?
When he gets older and really wants to play baseball, I'll coach him, right? And as long as he wants me to be, it's tough because I don't like the daddy ball stuff. Like I've been a coach for a long time, and I would never coach a team based on that. But like I would rather watch my son do stuff and coach him at home than coach his team because you can't separate dad and coach. As much as you try to do, it's really hard to separate dad at the field and dad at home. And I don't want that to define a relationship at all.
Gotcha.
You know, I've seen a lot of relationships with, like I said, I've been coaching baseball for a long time, and a lot of dads coach their kid all the way up till 12, 13, 14. And most of their relationship is getting back in the car and talking to their kid about how they messed up in that game. And I don't want that to be the case, you know.
Yeah,
like,
that's a good point.
but if he wants to work at home, I have knowledge of the game. I'll help him out, and if Lee ever wanted me to be his coach, I'd definitely coach Lee. I'd coach anybody outside of my family, but especially right now at this age, I don't feel the need to be out there, at all, unless I'm asked to be out there by their coach. And the guy running my kid's team, like he's awesome. It's like, yeah, he's a good dude. He's got a lot of patience with the kids. And there's times where I'm watching the practice and I'm like, I'm getting frustrated. He's like, it's okay, guys, whatever. But I feel like as they get older, it's easier for me to step in there and coach them, I guess, teach them a little bit. But definitely not right now. Daddy
So
ball.
what is that?
So it's treating your kid different one way or the other. So I've seen daddy ball go 2 ways where, your kid's the best one on the team. They play shortstop every game. They bat leadoff every game, no matter how good they're doing, And in some cases, that kid deserves to be batting leadoff, playing short. But then you have, sometimes where the dad who's coaching doesn't want people to feel that way. So even though that kid's supposed to bat leadoff and play short because he is one of the better players on the team, he'll bat him in the middle or lower in the lineup so he doesn't piss parents off and become daddy ball. But the discipline aspect of it, you see coaches sometimes yell at every kid but theirs. And then you have times where coaches only yell at their kid. and it develops just a I don't know, a divide between teams. And I would never want, if I were to step in and coach my son's team as he gets older, he's and I even do it to him now whenever I'm helping out on the field. If he ever comes up to me and says, hey daddy, I'm like, I'm coach. You have to understand I'm coach right now, and I'm dad whenever this practice is over, this game is over, And I feel like I pride myself on treating every kid, no matter what, the exact same. And there's a lot of times where, daddy ball coaches, either one way or the other, whether it's positive to their kid or negative to their kid, don't do that. But at the same time, there's a lot of great dad coaches out there. So when I say daddy ball, it's not aimed towards the dads that, are great coaches and do everything the right way. It's mainly 100% it's the coaches that, treat their kid different than everybody else on the team, whether it's in a positive way or a negative way. If that makes sense.
No, it does. And I was listening to how you were explaining it, and I was viewing myself as a coach for my son when he played football, and then how he is in baseball. And when I was a head coach, like as a head coach, like I was never able to like
For flag football?
exploit my son. Like I rotated everyone in evenly. Obviously, I knew the better players, and Lee was one of the better players. I was harder on him than most in terms of like a patient aspect. Like I know what he can do, and I know like this, but like I was obviously softer with other kids. But then with baseball, the reason why I wanted to coach baseball is because like I know my son's attention span, and this is like a control issue too, where like him playing sports, like he has to learn to take commands from other men and like understand how to do it. But also like our head coach was like so nice, and like Lee would miss a ball, and I'm like, hey, do this, and then he'd do it, and then the coach would be like, hey, good job. And I don't know if this is good or bad. It's probably bad, but like I don't like false appraisal. Like I want you to try your best, but if you
I think there's a certain time for it. I don't think it should happen every time.
Yeah,
if they do something they're supposed to be doing anyway, they don't need a good job for that.
Yes.
And
it's all about coaching moments, right? So like Lee would stop the ball, but he could have grounded it and gloved it. But just because he stopped it, the coach is like, hey, good job. It's like, hey, Lee, we worked at this at home. Put your glove on the ground, scoop it in, stand up. And the coach was like, hey, good job, Lee, good job. And I looked at the coach, I was like, I don't want to, yeah, he did a fine job, but like, I don't want him to think like, oh, just stopping the ball is good, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a weird, also I come from like a house of like brutal honesty, where like, it just, I don't know. So I teeter on like what's good and what's bad. So that's why I wanted
I feel like this age group, it's hard to define that, they're still 6 years old, but, I'm with you on that. Like if my son doesn't do it, if he does the bare minimum, he doesn't deserve a good job. If he does everything perfect, that's a good job,
Yeah, so I think to like play devil's advocate to it. So like if you have these expectations for Lee, right? Because you're like, my son should be able to ground that ball, throw it to first. If you're out there coaching and you see so-and-so ground that ball and not make the right throw, you as a coach, it's not your kid. You're like, hey man, good job.
At the same
so
time,
you have different expectations for your own son.
At the same time, if my kid was on that field and he just stopped the ball, you'd probably tell him good job.
Yeah.
But you always have higher oh shit.
What was it?
Yeah, that thing was a fucking dragon, dude. That thing came from Jurassic Park. No,
AC's on, brother.
I do the same thing with my son. Like I know he can do better, even though he might have done a good job. I know he can do better because we work on it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just what you see at home versus what they do out on the field. And a guy out there coaching your kid that doesn't see what he does at home, that honestly probably thinks that's a good job. You know, nobody else stopped the ball. You know, it's just this age group at 6 years old is tough.
With baseball, for sure. Just from watching Lee play flag football and then watching him play baseball, the one thing I'll credit him for the most is his attention.
Mm-hmm.
He paid more attention in baseball than I could ever. Like
Yeah.
I was a damn dog chasing squirrels out there, man. Like I could hit the ball, run fast, but I could not sit there and wait for the ball.
Yeah.
Lee can wait for the ball. But I think that's the hardest thing with like youth baseball is where a lot of these kids struggle with attention span, and you're teaching these kids to wait for the ball, where to throw, where like in football, you just go,
Right.
you know? And so it was something like I was able to watch and observe and understand like, okay, my son's good at this, my son's good at this. He has effort and everything. It's just great to see my kid evolve in things that like he's not familiar with
Right.
because he wasn't good at baseball and he has expectations to be better and he got better.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing I have the utmost pride about. It's like, I've always told him, like, I don't care if you score a goal in soccer, score a touchdown in football, or hit a ball in baseball. I just want you to try. You know, that's all I care about.
Yeah.
And he tries, man. He tries for
It's good,
sure.
man. And I think to your point about the attention spans, like I think that's why my son excels so much at soccer is it's so fast paced. It just keeps going.
Yeah.
You leave him out there in right center for a baseball game where no ball's going to be hit
Yeah.
to him.
And then
He's
one
just-
comes once a blue moon and they miss the ball and you're like,
Yeah. And he's daydreaming about, you know, God knows what. Like at this age, it is slow. Like kids are still learning, but as they get older, that it becomes a little more fast paced, even though you probably never grew up thinking that it was ever a fast paced sport.
yeah,
But it's like, I don't know. I look at baseball as like playing chess, you know, you look at it as throwing a ball, catching a ball, hitting a ball. I look at it as, okay, I'm going against you. You think I'm throwing this, I'm throwing this. You know what I mean?
yeah, but that's a pitcher's mindset, right?
Yeah.
Like,
hitters have to have the same mindset too. Like
oh, that's
they
true.
have to say, okay, he's consistently doing this with 2 strikes, or, you know, my last at bat, he started me with this and threw this, you know, and it's just a chess match going back and forth, which, you know, watching it, you could be like, man, this is so slow, but when you're in it, you're like, everything's moving like 1,000 miles an hour, you know?
Can I be honest with you guys? I've learned more about baseball in this Lee's first year of youth baseball than I have in 15 years.
That's good. You're about to learn a lot more.
I
Because
learned what a force out was.
you didn't know what a force out was?
I'm sure I did, but like I hadn't heard the vernacular in so long. I was like, where is
That's
the
like me
force
saying
out?
I don't know what a fumble is.
I know, but like I understood it, but then I learned, like I just relearned it, you know? You know, that's what I love about, like, if Lee was going to be better in baseball, I love that more because I learn more about a sport I don't know. So I get to be on the journey with him versus like football.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is how you do it. And this is, you know, this is the schemes of it all. So yeah, youth baseball, man, it's all right.
Well, that's how I felt about soccer. Like, I did not like soccer growing up. Never watched a soccer match or anything like that. Just learned that they were called matches and not games. I know, but like watching him out there and actually enjoying, I was like, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, cool sport.
I think that soccer is growing tremendously with the youth because,
Don't
like,
jinx us.
both of my kids, 6, she's played 5 seasons. He's 4, he's played 2 seasons, and almost all of our friends' kids. Your son played soccer. Our other friends' kids that play soccer. It's growing tremendously, and it's a great sport for their endurance and just learning, you know, feet skills and stuff
Tiring
like
them
that.
out.
Yeah, and just yeah. I mean, that's the best part about it, right?
Yeah. Yes, I will join your podcast full time.
It's not paid.
Hey,
You actually donate
Dude,
into
this is
it.
fun, bro. I'm having a great time.
this is what we do, man.
That's what we do, man. So obviously, Batty Daddy, being a father. Talked about it a lot. We've always talked sports, working out, and stuff like that. You in this day of age as a father, what is your biggest concern growing kids or raising kids in today's not environment? What's the word?
Yeah, right.
Environment. Like, is there a concern of yours? Like,
I have a lot that probably shouldn't go out into the masses, but like
Keep
just
it PG. Keep it PG.
well, just like
you can have political takes. It's fine. Like, you can have opinions.
okay. Well, I'm a like I don't like things being pushed on my kids. You know,
That's fair.
like
Like everybody.
yeah, like I hear stories about schools having to teach a certain way to like I don't agree with having agendas pushed on my kids and
Yeah.
I'm watching shows now where you can't watch a show without and I mean nothing against it, but you can't watch a show without a transgender or you know any those kinds of lifestyles, having to be portrayed. Even in the kids shows like Coco Melon. I don't know if I'm allowed to say Coco Melon. I mean, I'm sure Coco Melon's not gonna
No.
hear me.
If they
But-
see it, then we've reached a different audience.
yeah,
Sponsor
yeah.
us,
Then
sponsor
you've
us.
done something right,
Sponsor
dude. But I'm
You may
watching.
take us viral here.
I'm watching a kids show, and I have nothing against nothing against it, but I don't think my 3-year-old kid needs to see two dads on the screen.
Yeah.
Things like that. Like, I don't. That's my biggest fear is people are being pushed to be transgender or pushed to come out as something that they're not really feeling. Like there's statistics out there right now that are saying that a lot of people that are switching over genders regret it after they do it. And that's the last thing I want for my kids is to be pushed into thinking that there's something that they're not and then regretting it later. Or you get what I'm saying? Like I don't like the agendas being pushed on kids nowadays, especially, young adults that are confused on their sexuality or confused, they're going through that process. And my biggest fear is once my kid starts going through his puberty or and things like that is things being pushed on him to make him feel a certain way that he's not really feeling.
Well, I'll say this story, and I don't know if we're going to delete this whole segment, but I'll just I'll keep it. But there was a day and age, maybe you can relate, maybe you can't. I didn't find like the female body parts attractive. It was intimidating to me. It scared me. I was just like, ew, no, I don't want anything to do with that. Like, what are we talking about here?
Was this like a year ago or?
Yeah. So like, I like girls, but like, there's just the female body part just intimidated me.
I get what you're saying.
But so like, my thing is what I've talked to Samantha is like, if I was around a different group and was taught that like, oh, well, you're not into that, or, like just culture to where like, you know what, it's okay, maybe you like this. I think it's easy to say like you could sway the other way. Kids are impressionable.
Mhm.
Even as adults, you're impressionable. So to take the power out of the parents' hands to help guide your children through life versus like everything else being thrown at them is, I think, the problem we're talking about here. Is like, let me cater to what I want my son or my
Exactly.
daughter to be shown or seen. Don't just force it on me at the end of a scene of a child's movie and there's two guys kissing. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to explain that to them.
Especially in kids shows. Like, okay, take my kid, Kyler, loved Toy Story. Like, he loves all the Toy Stories. And then the Buzz Lightyear movie comes out where it's just Buzz Lightyear. But, his right-hand person is a lesbian. And he's asking me questions at 4 or 5 years old, like, aren't those two girls? Like, I feel like kids should not have to ask that question.
See, I messed up because I took my son to that movie. But the good thing is, I'll say this. If you're going to do it in like a scathing manner, where like we knew, but like,
The kids might not have known.
yeah. And like my son never asked me about it. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to talk about it. I get it. I understand the uproar. I understand it. But like,
But now shows are like Sesame. Have y'all seen the new Sesame Street character?
no.
Like, I grew up watching Sesame Street. Nothing wrong with it. Now, I just watched a clip the other day of a Sesame Street character explaining their pronouns to the other Sesame Street puppets. Like, kids still watch Sesame Street.
Yeah.
So if that's not pushing an agenda, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, there's definitely, that's the problem with what we watch today, even ourselves as adults and even kids, is it's all an agenda, right?
Yeah.
We're all being fed something that we need to swallow at some point in time. But with your kids, it's different because we were never fed this.
Mm.
We just learned to adapt to it or just understand, like, hey, that's what they like. It is what it is. You know,
Yeah.
and like,
I have had
Kevin, elaborate.
I'm listening right now, brother.
No, I want your opinion. Let me hear it.
I've had many friends that lived a bunch of different lifestyles, and there's no judgment there at all. But us growing up, there was no agenda pushed for us to think one way or the other. You know, at least I don't feel that way.
I think what you're saying is like a time and a place, right?
Yeah.
A time and a place, because all these questions and answers come in time. But when you're raising little kids, the fact that like we're having to address these matters at the ages of like 6, 7, and 8 is the problem we're talking about. We're not talking about 12, 13, 14, 15. We're talking about 6, 7, and 8. And then just to cater to the other side, if you will, there are people out there that are lost at those ages. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's also like, handle your business.
Mm-hmm.
Don't force me to handle the business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
is that fair?
I think it's fair.
Yeah, that kind of lost me, to be honest.
Like I'm saying, like, I knew of homosexuality as a kid. It was nothing to me. And I never discussed it with my parents or anything. It was just
No, but was it a joke? It was always a joke. It was always a derogatory way of addressing it, right?
There's also two different ways you handled that when we were growing up. Like, if you called something gay, it was like a fun poke at something. But if you actually saw somebody gay, you knew what it was. Like, and
Yeah.
you know.
But also, when we said gay, it's more like calling somebody stupid.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't derogatory. It was just a play on words.
Yeah.
And now you say it, it's
You're getting canceled for it.
Yeah.
You know? But
this is the last episode of Batty Daddy.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining.
So to answer your original question, to actually have a segment that goes, choking is a really big hazard for me. I don't want my choking is a fear for my. Have y'all's kids ever choked on something like food? It's the scariest
It
fucking
is,
thing
man.
in the world.
I bought one of those things that like you put in their mouth and you pull it and it's supposed to suck it out. And I've got it on standby.
That was
bro.
the last.
I'm ready. I'm
Yeah.
ready. But
I got the adult version for my wife, brother.
you push it in.
Cut. No, I mean, I think
Was I wrong for saying? Like, I
no,
feel like
I don't think you're wrong. That's the problem is like, who knows what's offensive today? And when you're raising kids, I think it's more understandable to be protective over like what and when you address with your kids, right? Because there's so much
like
that-
honestly, if my son came up, and obviously every dad has the fear of this happening, right? And that's
I think that's
not
fair.
a lie. It's not a
Yeah, I
lie.
think
Every
that's
dad
fair.
has a fear of their kid coming up to him and saying,
Some push it though. Some
That's
push it.
I think that's an
And-
issue. I think
and
I would agree.
but that also goes to my point of the original thing is like pushing the agenda. Like, I don't know. I feel like kids don't know until they're like for real in their teens what they actually are.
Well, and that's the craziest thing is like, and this is the simplest way to put it. You can't drive until you're 16. You can't, do anything tobacco-wise till you're 18. You can't drink until you're 21. Why in the hell would you be able to do anything to your body that is long-term, permanent at 12 or even 13 years old. Like, it should be a law.
There-
What, like when you turn 18, if you want to make that decision to do whatever you
Yes.
want to do to your body, you're all for it. But yeah, that I think that's the biggest deal is like, okay, from 12 to 18, if you feel that way, 18 years old, go do what you want to do, but not at 13, 10, I don't know, 14
No.
years old.
No.
And the reality is, like, as parents, we're all going to address these issues in the manner we don't want to, right? Like, your kids are going to have questions that you don't want to answer. And so, to me, when I think about these issues that we deal with today, I don't want to be put in a more uncomfortable situation than I have to. And to answer questions for situations or other people's livelihood, or not livelihood, but like what they like, I don't want to address that issue until it's like prevalent to my son's ability to understand it, right? Because, our kids are going to have a different understanding about homosexuality, transgender, all that stuff than we ever did, right? And they'll probably have a different viewpoint. And I think I'm an open book. Like, I can hear all sides of the story and give you reasoning and rationale, but when it comes to my kids, I want to address those manners that I want to address those issues when it's timely. I don't want my son or my daughter to be watching a Disney movie and then ask me the question because of a Disney movie.
Yeah.
We're here to watch a movie to get away.
That was my whole point is like, there's no reason that we should go watch a Toy Story movie and wonder, why is Mr. and Mr. so-and-so, why are they kissing?
Yeah.
They're 6 years old. Why are they kissing, period? Why is anybody kissing in this movie, period? And I don't know. I feel like regardless, it's an agenda pushed on it. Even when you're watching a kid's movie and a guy and a girl are kissing, like, why do they need to see that at that age?
I'm gonna be honest. I was pretty oblivious to the whole Buzz thing. Like, I've seen Buzz. I didn't even realize as a father.
Yeah.
I've seen that movie. I never finished it, but I've seen the movie.
Mm-hmm.
From start to middle, and
I
I've never
probably
understood.
over-exaggerated that movie specifically.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But like, even Coco Melon, my youngest right now will watch Coco Melon. I've never realized that stuff was getting pushed in those either, to be honest. But
that was the first time that Coco Melon episode or whatever I watched was the last Coco Melon episode we watched because I don't want that. I don't.
That's the sad part. Like, you used to be able to watch Power Rangers back in the day and just watch Power Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
X-Men, watch X-Men. Like, it's a show about mythological characters that are just achieving a goal.
Yeah.
And now, to your point, it's an agenda. And I guess that's life, but I don't know if it's fair for youth to be addressed.
I think when we grew up, and I just thought this, but
Let me hear it.
the shows that we watched were all about teamwork.
Yeah.
Working together as a team to achieve a goal, like you said. Now I feel like most of the shows that kids are watching are all about how can we make so-and-so feel better about them feeling the ways that they do. Like, get the fuck over it. I don't know.
But it's not necessarily like a bad thing, right? Because like you talk about like being bullied, right? Bully's a big thing. And like you knew a bully.
I knew a bully, brother.
No,
You lived that life.
no. I was a bully to asshole. Come on.
You were a bully to bullies?
What's this podcast sponsored by?
This podcast is sponsored by PB&J Entertainment.
Let's
which is-
go.
Which is the music company that I own. I'm just going to put my plug out there.
Let's go.
Me, my brother, and cousin, we put together a little music company. We write songs for people, make some music for any special occasion. It's a lot of fun. And also, Canopy Lawn Care. Starting a lawn care company.
What? I'm looking for a lawn care, man.
Well, there you go.
I don't even want to mow anymore, bro. I've lost.
That was your number one Batty Daddy activity like 3 months. I get it.
I've lost all motivation to mow, man. I've lost all motivation to mow.
What was it? How'd you start a coffee shop?
There's a franchise based out of New Orleans. My sister actually ran across it. She lived in Houston. There was one opened up in Houston, and she was like, y'all check. We were shopping around at different franchises and stuff, and she she tried it and said, y'all need to check this place out. And then they made us feel like family when we were talking to them. We were like, let's
so
go.
what?
That's
So
all.
and I can cut it if I need to. There's so many coffee spots, bro. There's like Scooters. There's
Dutch Brothers. Well, the Dutch Brothers and
Dutch Bros.
and
Yeah,
Seven Brew,
yeah.
along
those.
with Starbucks, like those were probably the reason we felt like it was time to sell it. Like we opened up, and then 3 years later, those places opened up, and we were like, we started seeing our transactions lower, so we were like, let's get the fuck.
So y'all basically sold the ownership to the franchise.
So no, we didn't sell the business. We sold the building that we were. So we had a standalone building, and we owned the land on it.
Gotcha.
The franchise, we just kind of called it a wash. Nobody was gonna buy it. So we just sold the building and the land with it.
There's that new one, and it's in Waxahachie, and some Midlothian too. I think that kind of maybe they're mobile. It's coconuts. Have you seen that one? It's like
Is
girls,
that
girls in
where the
bikinis
girls
and
wear
shit.
the?
No,
yeah.
it's not Midlothian. That's from Waxahachie.
I
Bro.
saw him posting Midlothian.
You got some
I don't
coffee,
know,
from there,
I-
didn't you?
I've never been there or anything
Yeah.
like that.
This week.
So, I mean, how is it? How like being a business owner, selling your business? Like, how do you juggle like your fatherhood and lifestyle
I'll
with
tell you,
like running a company?
Owning a business is tough, like, cause it's not like you just open the doors and sit back and let people do. Like you're there sometimes 20 hours a day trying to make sure everything, especially at the beginning, you're trying to make sure everything's running smooth, and it causes a lot of strain on your family and things like that until you get to a point where you're like, this is a problem. Let me hire somebody to come in and handle the day-to-day so that I can be there, but also not have to be there if I don't need to. The beginning balances are the toughest because you want it to be successful and you want it to be because of you, right? And that's how I felt. Like I wanted this job or this company to be successful because of me. And it got to the point where, it raised some strain on our family and stuff like that, even though we did have, benefits of owning our own company. You got more money not working for somebody else, things like that. But at what cost? It's really tough that way. It's finding that balance was tough for me at first, but once I found that balance, everything was great.
Yeah.
I
I mean, you can relate to that because, I mean, you own your companies and stuff like that. So, and I feel like starting out, it was hard for you.
Yeah.
And now you got a good balance going.
Yeah. You got to build your bench. You got to build your team around you for sure to support you, and then allow you to focus on the bigger things. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing is if you have the team, your main team is the one that's at home every night, right? But if you build that team for your second home, that job, then it only strengthens the team at home.
Dude, that was a bar. Your main
that?
team is the one at home.
That's
every
what I'm
night.
saying.
That was solid.
PB&J Entertainment, all we do is write bars.
Oh my god!
If you want a song,
dude.
made,
We need to play our intro song. Have you watched an episode? Like, just be honest.
yeah, I've watched the first episode.
Okay. Did you hear the intro?
Oh,
Oh,
No.
okay.
it's so bad.
I put it on like an AI thing.
I'm pretty sure that
Yeah.
I've never heard an intro song.
On the love.
Oh,
I have heard that shit.
Bro.
It is so bad.
That's the heavy.
I told Ken, I was like, dude,
Makes me
I
feel alive.
It's so bad. Let me write y'all a new song and y'all will use
Dude,
it
yeah,
forever.
for sure. We'll plug you in everything.
Just let me know what you want the song to say, or like not what to say, but what you want, like key points you want in it.
You could just
And
do a
we'll make
fart
some.
sound. It'd be better than our intro song right now.
Hey.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, man, all I do is write bars. So
Yeah.
Well, that's part of the reason why I want to have you on, Parker, is one, you're a great dude. I know you're a great father. You're an entrepreneur. You're doing what I think every man, father, and husband would be doing today or try to do. Protect your family, provide for your family, and be better for your family. And like ultimately, like, yeah, we bullshit and like have a good time. But like that's why we started this, I would say, is to culturize like the normal struggles that we all go through and just know like, hey man, you're doing enough even when you feel like you're not doing enough. Because I we haven't talked about this, but I think dad guilt is the biggest thing as a man that I struggle with is like, what am I not doing for my wife? What am I not doing for my kids? What can I be doing better? And that all starts from the house, but it transcends to the work environment and it affects it and you make it worse or better,
Mhm.
you know? And that I think is what this obviously
On that same point,
physical activity.
on that same point, it took me when I was running the coffee shop every day. You know, I told you the struggles at the beginning of being there 20 hours a day. It and the strain that it put. Like I went through some dark times mentally because I would come home and the strain it would put on my family. It's like, you know, you're never here. You care about that more than us. And it's like I'm doing this for y'all, like for us,
Yeah.
you know. And I never. It took me a long time to really, you know, get that point of view from that side, because, you know, as a man, I'm sitting here like, what are you talking about? Like everything I'm doing is for everybody around me.
Yeah.
And it felt like I could, no matter how hard I worked or whatever, it was just like I could never do anything right. And I went through like a really dark time for a long time, just trying to, like I went through a phase where, and I'm sure a lot of people have gone through this phase where you're like, I'm at this point where everybody would be happy if I wasn't here,
Oh,
you know? And it's a tough mental battle to face, you know, because I'm hurting. If I'm not here, I'm hurting the business. If I'm not at home, I'm hurting my family. And no matter what I'm doing, I'm hurting somebody, you know? And it's like, if I wasn't here, everything would be. And honestly, having that job helped me realize the other side of what I was facing, from like my wife's side and my kid's side and everything like that, but also helped me find God in a more real way, because there were times where I was feeling, you know, I should just not be here. But something was putting in my head, keep going. These kids, I wasn't thinking about I was being selfish, thinking about how I was hurting everybody, but something was implanted in my head by a higher power than me, saying, planting pictures of my kids in my head saying, keep going, you know, things like that. And there's days where I broke down just crying about this and just feeling all that weight on my shoulders. And then one day I just woke up and kind of just said, fuck it. My family is more important than anything that I'll ever do. My kids are more important to me than any job I'll ever have, regardless if I own it or not. And once I felt that weight lifted off my shoulders, and I never had one of those thoughts again. Even though we had, even though we had to eventually sell the company and sell the building, sell the land, things like that. And honestly, I've never been in a better place than I am right now mentally when it comes to my family, and it's been great. So, but
yeah.
sometimes you gotta, you know, it's always darkest before the dawn, right? So,
Well, I'll say this: everything you just said resonated deeply with me for my own personal reasons. Because like where I'm at in life right now, I don't want to be, and like everything I'm going through, my family's going through, I don't want to be going through it. And but I keep pushing through. But I'm like so unhappy in the day, and not being around my family, not being around my kids, it dwells on me so much throughout the day. And I juggle with like the what ifs in life, like what if this, what if that. And I'll say this to you, the short time I've known you, the world's a better place with somebody like Parker in it, because you are a fresh breath of air. I've never not had a good time around you. I think you light up every room, and I'm happy you're where you're at in life right now. And when you're in those dark times, resonate on that voice that is telling you to keep going, because I don't want to go right now, and I'm just going. I don't know how, and
And I got to say vice versa, man.
yeah,
It's, I know, I don't know, but I know the mental state that shit can put you in, man. But there's always there's more reasons that, okay, I mean, I'll just say it. There were thoughts where I wanted to just be gone, and there's always more reasons for why not than why,
and that's so scary to hear. Just hear you say it, because I don't, I hate that for you. Because you that should never be a thought. And the reality is sometimes it is a thought,
Yeah.
and it's hard to it's hard to come to terms with that, but it's so easy to just quit.
It really, I mean, honest to God, it really is, because you see, people say, you should have reached out to, or you know, I've talked to people after, like I've told that story to a couple of my, groups of friends, and they're like,
And
why
we can
don't you
edit
just,
this out too.
no, keep it, because I'd rather people hear it, like I've told that story to, some close friends of mine, and they're like, you should have just called me. In that state of mind, you're not thinking of any of your friends. You're not thinking of, guys you went to college with, or guys, even guys that you were roommates with. You're not thinking of those people. You're thinking of the people that are surrounding you at that moment, like the problems that are facing you in that moment. And like, as easy as it is to say, just call me when you're feeling that way, it's hard to call people when you're feeling that way. It really is hard to call people unless somebody else is feeling the exact same way, So I also say that to say, I know, but I don't know everything that you're going through mentally. If you ever need to call somebody, you can call me, because I've also felt the exact same way. And there have been people that I'm not as close to, like as a friend, but I know that they've dealt with the same things, and it makes things so much easier to talk to people that share their experiences as well with their mental struggles,
Yeah.
as far as going on and things like that. So, yeah, man, I don't know. It got deep right there, but
No,
it's,
I appreciate it.
yeah,
I appreciate it.
yeah, man.
You appreciate it.
You appreciate it.
Yeah, you appreciate it. Yeah.
It's a tough thing to talk about, but it needs to be talked about.
Well, it started with dad guilt, right? And it all boils, I think, from that pressure of being a man,
Mm-hmm.
and being able to protect, provide, and, just be there for the people you need to be there for. And
And at the same, I look at my dad, right, and how he was able to, growing up, I looked at my dad as like, this guy has gone through life. He's worked his ass off. He's been able to provide. He's been able to do everything that he's wanted to do. And I'm like, I'll never be that. And then talking to my dad after, experiencing the mental things that I was dealing with, he went through the same shit. His dad went through the same shit. I feel like every man at some point goes through the same type. Maybe some are more extreme than others, but everybody's gone through that mental state of, I'm fucking up.
yeah,
Like, I'm not enough for the people around me.
yeah,
And everybody is enough.
yeah,
Everybody is enough.
yeah.
just the way they go through life right now. My son could be a complete failure his entire life. Try things as long as he's trying his best, he will be enough.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And that's I guess it took me being a dad to really understand why my dad does what he does and why your dad did what he did, and stuff like that. So,
You're enough. I'm enough. Kevin needs to hit the gym.
no, he's way bigger than both of us.
Don't
Uh-huh.
don't tell him that.
Batty Daddy? Batty Daddy?
That's how we're ending it?
No, I don't know. Yeah, no, we get in on like a high.
Yeah.
He always ends on a dark note, so I was like, all right, this is it. No?
Get it, big.
All right.
Boy,
Honestly, I feel like I could talk for fucking hours.
oh yeah.
This is so much fun.
Well, I mean,
Did that get way too dark?
Oh, I think no. I think all right. Let's end on a little higher note. Do you want to be recruited to the Batty Daddy flag football team?
I think I could definitely be an asset.
Okay. All right.
Did-
Is your 40 time under a 5?
No.
Okay. You fit in, brother. You're on the team. You're on the team.
But we will have a
on side.
great time playing.
Your signing bonus is that Michelob Ultra.
Will you pull a hamstring and maybe a calf?
There's absolutely no doubt that.
Yeah, you fit in. You're good. He's good.
Dude, we did this flag football team, and I thought for sure we were gonna get our just.
I bet you were
nuts kicked in.
overly competitive for it too.
I was.
I bet you were.
Yeah.
I know you well enough to know that you were probably bitching at refs and doing X, Y, and Z. Like,
Is this true or no?
There was some face to face.
I bet there's been at least 2 or 3 times where you said they're tying their flags up.
Yeah. Well, he was the defensive MVP, offensive MVP, comeback player of the year. What else were you, Taylor?
Most scouted.
Yeah, most scouted, most flagged. I don't know.
Who scouted you? Fucking Chicken Express.
Hey,
This guy wants every award, man.
Congrats,
the
man.
best compliment I heard all year was like, when Big Boy starts moving, he's pretty fast. Let's
The
go.
best one was
Hey.
he doesn't move like he's 270. I was like, damn.
Bro, why you add 10 pounds on that shit?
Oh, 260 sounds better.
Yeah,
huh?
100%. I'm closer to the front 200, not the back 200, man.
260 is closer to the back 200.
It
Just let
is
you know.
still.
But it's 10
That's not
pounds.
relative
That's
education.
achievable. That's achievable. But no, Parker, I appreciate you coming on, dude. You're a treat.
I had a great time, man.
It was a fun time, right?
Yeah.
I'll see y'all next Thursday, or
Let's see. The production team will talk about it.
Yeah.
The
Diego,
ratings. We'll see
Diego,
what the ratings do.
that's what Diego's here for, man. He's
Need that protein.
no, this is a great episode. I think we talked about like a lot of good.
there's a lot of things to cut.
No, I mean, I think it was just like a great, honest conversation.
Mhm.
We're not right? Like nobody has the answers. We're just trying to migrate through life the best we can.
Yeah,
as
before we
is
get
everybody.
canceled, we should tell everybody this is our opinion on things.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
We're not stating fact.
Yeah. But no, man, it was a great episode. I appreciate you coming out. Take
Yeah,
time.
Yeah, man, it was a great time.
If you don't wear that hat and tag us on social media, you will be canceled.
All right, I'll do that right away.
Drop the link tree for our listeners.
Yeah. What else, man? Is that it?
Now, do you want to talk about your time playing in the NFL or
Oh,
your
shit.
4 games?
We don't have another 2 hours, man.
Ask me a question.
Listen. The only thing that
Oh,
I
I did have one question for you. Were you ever able to see Tom Brady chug a beer? And if you say yes, I'm a no. That you're a liar.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
he saw him kiss his
Yeah.
son on the lips.
No, that's on social media, dude. No. I won't tell that story because it's hard to like grasp in this setting. But I was walking by media room one day, and I met Tom multiple times. We've been in the huddle.
Oh,
all
first
that
name
shit.
basis. First name basis.
And I was
You
just
called
walk-
him Mr. Brady, didn't you?
This is when I felt no. This is when I felt like, oh shit, he knows my name. I was walking by a film room. I walked by, looked in, I saw Tom watching film, and then he goes, Taylor, turn those lights on for me.
No,
Yes, sir. I had to the head thing.
Hey,
I got you, boss.
in reality, he's like, hey, what's that fucking guy's name over there?
Hey, he's in there alone, brother. He was in there alone, man. That's how I was like.
He was like, hey, Garoppolo, what's your backup running back's name? Oh. No, I had a great time with y'all, man. This was fun.
Thank the wife, thank the kids, man. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
You know, we're just out here trying to normalize the unnormal, I think, which is being a father, husband, provider, and trying to stay somewhat in shape, you know. Physical activity is all up to everybody else, but you're a good looking dude, by the way.
Chill.
You got a face for television, brother.
I've been on television.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where? When?
I'll tell you later.
on Pornhub.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah.
But no, we appreciate you, brother.
Hey, thank y'all.
Thank you, man. Just kind
All
of.
right, y'all can go home. I'm gonna sit here and finish my beer.
So talking about them transgenders, boy.